YouTube model railroaders. I'm Ray. Welcome to the Boeville Newtown's vlog number 5, I believe it is. And it just so happens it's Saturday, April the 7th, 2018. So this is vlog 5 for 2018. And I know exactly where I need to start. The big thing. A big shout out to everybody who watched that, what I look back now on as a, I guess for lack of a better term, a rant vlog. It is what it is. The month of March was not very kind to me, so I'm glad that the Ides of March are done. But thank you to the community and anybody and everybody who watched that vlog and made comments on that vlog and reached out to me. Model Railer, William Mosier, Sparky 107, 107, just to name a few. Unfortunately, my computer down here is updating and I can't look at YouTube and do this at the same time because I'm not that talented. I'm back! Anyway, so that's the biggest thing, is the shout out to the YouTube model builders, the budget model railroaders, and anybody else who watches this wonderful brand of nuttiness that has gotten to the point now where I get to it when I get to it. But to be perfectly honest, you know, that was huge. That meant an awful lot. Hot Rod Rodney was another one that reached out. You know, the thing of it is this community is good for that. I mean, anybody who's had issues, and I know there's been quite a few of us, when something happens, everybody rallies and gets together and tries to bring things back together. So, you know, that's what this community is all about. It's happened numerous times, and to be honest, this is probably the first time it's actually happened, maybe the first time it's happened for me. So it was greatly appreciated to be on the receiving end of, you know, the support from the community. So is this going to become back to the weekly thing that I used to do? I don't know. I really don't. I just haven't. I mean, I've still got a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff coming up. I'm not going to get into all that, but you know, there's just a lot of stuff coming, and I don't know. I'm just going to get down here, and when I get 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes to do this, I'm going to do it, and we'll move on from there. So that's where we're at. On that topic of support, right after I posted that video up, I got a text message and an email, actually an email from Walt World, saying that he was going to be flying into town over here in Baltimore from Denver this past Monday, which was April the 2nd, and him and I went out and you know, grabbed a bite to eat and had a chat and sat there and we talked for probably about an hour. So, you know, that was nice. Talked about a bunch of different things, you know, family and kids and, you know, what was going on and what was happening. And, you know, when I told him, I said, you know, I look back on that video that I just did and I realized, number one, I was way out of character. Like I said, the month of March was not very kind to me or my family for that matter. And I probably shouldn't have put the thing up. But something told me that I should, so I did, and you know what? I don't regret putting it up at all. Because of the fact of what basically came of it, which was the support from the community, and I really needed to hear that. I really needed that I guess, swift kick in the rear end, for lack of a better term. But it is what it is. But while Walt was here, he kind of gave me a surprise. And unfortunately, Walt, you know, we were talking over dinner about how there's a train show coming up in Timonium. everybody was, or the guys that I was supposed to be hanging out with said it was this weekend. Well, guess what? It's not. It's next weekend. It's actually April 14th and 15th, so... And unfortunately, I can't make that one. I've got a previous engagement, so I'm not going to be able to make it to that train show. Anywho, what it is, it's an Atherton Roundhouse bulk, what the heck is it? Bulkhead flat car for lumber. So the only thing I got to do now is find myself a lumber load. And of course, one of the other things I noticed here is I'm going to have to get rid of this little CSXT down here. Because, well... My railroad is too old to recognize the CSXT, so unfortunately, but that's cool. I can fix that. I can make this the Chesapeake and Ohio. I'm sure I could probably do a bunch of other things, but I'm going to probably relabel it for the Chesapeake and Ohio, and we'll go from there. But that is very cool. Thank you very much, Mr. Walt. I really appreciated that. Of course, I'm going to have to downgrade it because it's got KD couplers at the moment. I'll have to downgrade it to the old hook horns, and of course, I'll have to build a card for it before I can put it on the layout. But it will be making its way onto the layout very shortly. Probably not today. Maybe this weekend. We'll see. If I get to it, I get to it, and I will put that up in yet another little blurb at some point. Like I said, unfortunately, I'm about 2 hours away from having to head back to work at church, so... that's where I'm at. And unfortunately, I've had a frog in my throat, and I really wish Kermit would leave me alone. Let's see. On another front, my other hobby. I'm sure that some of you saw... I kind of made a post on my personal webpage last night. I don't know why those are still out. I made a post on my personal page last night that I had a rather interesting night of bowling. Back in 1996, and of course, let me back up a minute. I'm going to get way off track here. So if anybody doesn't want to hear about bowling or my other hobby, you can just fast forward and, whatever. Not going to hurt my feelings. But this is cool for me. So, back in 1996, I had my first shot at a perfect 300 game and ended up leaving the 3.6. I'm sorry, the 3.10, not the 3.6, the 3.10. So I shot 298. On November the 8th of 1999, I did throw my first 300 game. In my one and only 800 series, I threw an 803, which that was a double award, which I got from the American Bowling Congress at the time, and so on and so forth. Last night, the first game, I only shot 172. My average is 194. And I only bowl once a week. But I shot 172 the first game, 213 the second game, and then came out in the third game and started stringing strikes. All the way through the 10th frame, it's basically frame number 11. For those that are familiar, it's frame 10, and then there's actually 3 boxes, so the 10th frame, the 11th frame, and the 12th frame. So I strung the front 11. And I threw the ball, and I ended up leaving the stinking 7-pin for a 299. So I've actually done something that I'm actually rather happy about. I've now shot a 298, a 299, and a 300. Wish they would have all been together, but I've done all 3. And the thing of it is like I said, 96 is when I threw the 298. So it's been 12 years. No. Yeah, 12... I can't do math today. I don't know why. I cannot do math today for some stupid reason. No, that's... Let's see, that's 2... And going to take 10... Yeah, it's 12 years ago. 12 years ago for the 298. And, you know, like I said, I've been bowling, it's almost been 30 years that I started bowling 10 pins. So I started back in 1989. So I'm getting close to that 30-year mark on bowling. But like I said, I do it for fun. I only bowl once a week. And in fact, the funny thing of it is, the ball that I ended up throwing the 299 with is the ball that I threw the 300 with back in 1998. So, or 1999 rather. So, go figure. Actually, it's been 20. I'm going to get this right because it's going to drive me nuts. Like I said, for some stupid reason this morning, I cannot do math. 22 years ago is when I threw the, not 12, 22. I was only off by 10. So 22 years ago is when I threw the 298. So, oh man. It was a wild night because not only did I throw 213 in the second game, but we also lost the second game by a pin as a team, and it's a 4-person team. So, yeah. Then I came out and just destroyed the place. So much. I tell you what, I was kicking that frickin' March curse out of my frickin' way last night is what I was freaking doing. I was like, yeah, you need to leave. So, anywho, been on the air here now for 11 and a half minutes. I usually try to keep these short, so, like I said, again, thanks to the community for all the support. I do appreciate it. You know, everybody who left comments, and like I said, unfortunately, I can't go through the whole list. I really wish I could, but right now I can't. I should have gone ahead and did that ahead of time, but I just got finished fixing some stuff down here. In fact, I just upgraded my computer table here a little bit, so I have a little bit more room to work. It's one of those things, I'm still doing things on the cheap, but I just keep adding pieces here and there, and it'll work. It ain't pretty, but you know what? It's a workbench. Well, it's a computer workbench, but, you know, you make it work. So, with that being said, folks, you know what? Again, thank you, Walt. Thank you to the community. Thank you for everybody who went ahead and put up comments on Vlog 4. Really do appreciate it. And you all know the deal. Wait for the highball. Green tracks ahead. We'll catch you all next time, and there will be a next time. Good luck out there. Be safe. God bless. We'll see you.